What if living longer was not the same as living better? Many people today survive into their 70s or 80s. Yet they spend their final years battling disease, weakness, or loss of independence. Outlive shows us how to extend not only our lifespan, but our health span, the number of years we live with strength, clarity, and vitality. This book matters because it challenges the traditional medical approach. Instead of waiting for illness to appear, it teaches how to be proactive, how to prevent decline before it begins, and how to build habits that keep the body and mind resilient for decades. The 4 Horsemen of Chronic Disease. The author introduces 4 main threats to long life: heart disease, cancer, neurodegenerative disease, and metabolic dysfunction. These conditions are not only deadly, but also slowly erode quality of life. Think of someone who has a heart attack at 60. Even if they survive, the rest of their life may be filled with medications, reduced stamina, and fear of recurrence. Prevention years earlier could have avoided that fate. Prevention over treatment. Modern medicine is exceptional at treating acute problems like infections or injuries, but it struggles with chronic conditions that build silently over years. The key insight is that waiting for disease to appear is already too late. Prevention must begin decades earlier. Imagine building a retirement fund. If you do not start at 60, you begin in your 20s or 30s. Health works the same way. Every choice compounds over time. The role of exercise. Physical activity is the single most powerful tool for extending health span. Strength training maintains muscle mass, while cardiovascular exercise keeps the heart and lungs efficient. Both protect against frailty, falls, and disease. Picture an older adult who can carry groceries, climb stairs, and play with grandchildren because they invested in training decades earlier. That independence is built by consistent movement today, nutrition, and metabolic health. Food is not only fuel, it is medicine. Balancing blood sugar, avoiding processed foods, and maintaining a healthy weight are crucial for preventing diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. The book highlights protein intake, nutrient density, and sustainable eating patterns over fad diets. For example, someone who prioritizes vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats consistently has fewer energy crashes, better focus, and reduced long-term disease risk. The importance of sleep. Sleep is not optional. Poor rest damages brain health, increases insulin resistance, and accelerates aging. High-quality sleep supports memory, recovery, and emotional balance. Think of the difference between a night of deep, restful sleep versus a restless night. One prepares you for focus and resilience. The other leaves you foggy and vulnerable. Over years, that difference adds up. Managing emotional health. Longevity is not only about the body. Emotional well-being, relationships, and mental health strongly influence how long and how well we live. Stress, loneliness, and unresolved trauma shorten health span just as much as poor diet or inactivity. Imagine someone who has strong friendships, a purpose in life, and healthy coping strategies. Their body remains healthier because the mind is at peace. Medicine 3.0. The book contrasts medicine to 0.0, which treats disease after it appears, with Medicine 3.0, which focuses on prevention, diagnostics, and lifestyle. This new framework means using advanced testing, tracking biomarkers, and taking action long before symptoms develop. Consider someone who discovers insulin resistance in their 30s through blood tests. By addressing it early with diet and exercise, they avoid diabetes entirely. Exercise as the foundation of longevity. Exercise deserves special focus. Resistance training prevents sarcopenia-related muscle loss, while aerobic training improves endurance and heart health. Balance and mobility exercises reduce fall risk, which is a leading cause of decline in older adults. An 8-year-old who can squat, walk briskly, and maintain balance will likely live independently far longer than someone who neglected movement. Nutrition as a long-term strategy. Rather than one-size-fits-all rules, the book emphasizes personalization. Some thrive on low-carb, others on balanced diets. But the universal principles remain. Eat whole foods, prioritize protein, avoid excess sugar, and manage caloric intake over time. Someone who eats mindfully and consistently fuels their body well has fewer metabolic issues and stronger immunity. The goal is sustainability, not perfection. The brain and cognitive health, protecting memory and mental sharpness, is as important as protecting the heart. Movement, nutrition, stress reduction, and quality sleep all directly impact brain aging. Learning new skills, challenging the mind, and maintaining social connections also slow decline. Picture a retiree who takes up painting, walks daily, and stays socially active. Their brain remains engaged, lowering the risk of dementia. The role of stress and recovery. Chronic stress accelerates aging by raising inflammation, damaging blood vessels, and disturbing hormones. Recovery practices, meditation, breathing, time in nature restore balance. Consider someone who integrates daily meditation and stress management. Their body shows lower blood pressure, steadier mood, and slower aging compared to someone constantly on edge. Testing and tracking. The book stresses the importance of using data. Regular blood work, fitness assessments, and even advanced imaging can reveal risks early. The idea is to be proactive rather than reactive. Someone who checks cholesterol, inflammation markers, and glucose levels regularly can spot trouble years before it becomes life-threatening. The concept of Healthspan is not enough to add years at the end of life. The focus must be on maximizing the middle years when energy, independence, and vitality matter most. By applying the strategies consistently, you are not just alive, you are thriving. Think about two 8-year-olds. One depends on caregivers, while the other travels, learns, and exercises. The difference is not luck, but preparation. Closing challenge. Your health future is shaped by daily decisions. You cannot control every risk, but you can build resilience and increase the odds of living longer, stronger, and clearer. Here is a challenge. This week, focus on 3 pillars: sleep and nutrition. Track your progress for 7 days and notice how your body and mind feel. Longevity is built one choice at a time.